Squarp Instruments introduces Hapax high-end professional standalone sequencer. Welcome to Music Gears, where we bring you the latest info on new music instruments, software, and other gear from around the world. Having originally designed and released Pyramid almost a decade ago as a compact, standalone 64-track hardware sequencer packed with creative tools that its music-making creators could not commercially find available elsewhere, subsequently applying that same thinking to their Hermod follow-up by bringing the power of MIDI to the ever-widening Eurorack modular world while inheriting some creative elements from its Pyramid precursor. Squarp Instruments is proud to introduce Hapax, duly. Designed from the ground up with dual-arm processing architecture, upping the computational power ante as a high-end professional standalone sequencer in a rugged, minimalist housing that deconstructs everything that the avant-garde machines creating company already knew about sequencing to offer everything needed to compose songs in the studio and perform them on stage as an authentic centerpiece of any setup. Sequencing and synchronizing vintage to modern synths and modular systems, and even DAWs, digital audio workstations, while maximizing creativity with carefully crafted tools as the first hardware sequencer that fully supports MIDI Polyphonic Expression as of March 4. Billed by its creators as a polychronic performance sequencer since it can clearly do many things at once, Hapax's dual processor architecture allows it to record and transform tremendous amounts of data in next to no time, and all without breaking into a sweat. As an around-the-clock performer, it can handle 2 separate and independent projects, each with 16 tracks and 8 patterns per track, that can be played simultaneously, so users can compose or load another project while the first one is already playing, enabling endless sets and seamless transitions. The fact that Hapax is also the first hardware sequencer that fully supports MPE speaks volumes about Squarp Instruments' intentions. It is perfectly possible to record the finest gestures, slides, and articulations of anything played, after all, and all without compromising quality. Quality also shines forth for all to see and feel when it comes to the construction of the Hapax housing, manufactured from 2mm machined aluminium, with a unibody ABS, acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, back panel. Put it this way: with connections for multiple MIDI in, DIN and TRS, MIDI out, 3x DIN and TRS, CV in, 2x-5V to plus 5V/16-bit, CV out, 4x-5V to plus 5V/16-bit, gate out, 4x plus 5V, switch, stereo pedal foot switch, USB host, for linking to a MIDI USB controller, and USB device, for linking to a DAW hosting computer and associated virtual instruments. It quickly becomes apparent just how well thought through that back panel actually is in terms of conceivably communicating with everything that the music technology world might make available at this moment in time, hence Hapax ably acting as an authentic centerpiece of any setup, sequencing and synchronizing vintage to modern synths and modular systems, and even DAWs. Digging deeper, Hapax's adaptive workflow, with the top panel proffering hands-on access to no fewer than 128 RGB, red, green, blue, matrix pads, 52 click pads, 9 sturdy clickable encoders, and 2 OLED, organic light-emitting diode, grayscale displays, is designed around 4 main modes. Live uses those 128 pads as an isomorphic keyboard or chord generator, giving rise to harmonic capabilities aimed at anyone, regardless of their theoretical knowledge, as a synesthetic sensory blend of hearing, vision, and touch. Thanks to its colorful interface, Step uses them to add or fine-tune notes, or drum events, with surgical precision. Autumn uses them to create MIDI, or effects, automation, and Pattern enables performing in sync by using the 128 pads to set the playing pattern of each track, create sections, or groups of patterns, and chain sections to build a song. Making music might involve using a polyphonic or MPE track to take advantage of the advanced step sequencer and quickly lay down notes or edit live recordings when writing melodies, or control up to 8 different instruments with a single track when creating beats using the drum sequencer that is tailored to ease rhythm writing and jamming, for instance. It is also possible to effectively bring those connected synths to life since Hapax embeds multiple real-time, polyphonic, non-destructive MIDI effects, as well as project-wide assignable LFOs, low-frequency oscillators. On top of that, each parameter of those effects can be automated in the dedicated mode and processed in the mod matrix, which provides even more ways of routing and modulating. Hepax has so much more to offer discerning devotees of hardware sequencers, with powerful tools for offline note transformation and generation always at hand, harmonically inverting a musical motif, generating a controlled random counter melody, slowly ramping up the velocities, emphasizing every fifth, eighth note. Almost anything is possible. Hitting Hepax's red button enables recording using the encoders and matrix pads, external MIDI instruments, including MPE controllers, or any incoming analog signal at a high resolution of 192 ppqn, pulses per quarter note. Needless to say, looper-style recording, countdown and metronome options, and punch-in mode means that there are options to suit any workflow, while each track has an elasticity value that changes its playback speed, expressed as a percentage of BPM, beats per minute, quickly double or have the speed of a track, for example, or create subtly shifted tracks that slowly drift out of phase with each other. Of course, hardware usage should not, in a perfect world, curb creative flow. For this reason, Hepax has a dedicated undo-redo button with extensive history to enable its users to go back in time as deemed necessary. Thankfully, the button-activated snapshot function allows users to save the state of a pattern for instant recall with a single press, and dedicated copy, paste, and delete buttons help Hepax on its way towards offering a complete toolbox for promptly editing tracks. Music making should always remain an enjoyable experience, though, which is why Squarp Instruments favored dedicated buttons over key combinations when realizing a clear-cut interface and simple architecture for Hepax. Having striven to minimize the importance of screens when performing live, however, the dual grayscale displays implemented in Hepax help with keeping track of things in a studio context. Clearly, then, deconstructing everything that they already knew about sequencing to offer everything needed to compose songs in the studio and perform them on stage as an authentic centerpiece of any setup has paid off for Squarp Instruments, with the Hepax high-end professional standalone sequencer surely set to make its mark in the music technology world while literally living up to its polychronic performance sequencer billing when expected for delivery in June 2022. Hepax is available on backorder for expected delivery in June 2022, priced at €864, plus VAT for individual customers in the European Union, $979.00 USD. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and if you'd like to stay informed on the latest in music gear releases and limited time discount offers, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.